Now on CoastTV News.
Spreading awareness about prostate cancer, why catching it early can be a real lifesaver. Biking and walking in Milford, the new streetscape improvement plan that's going to make the city more pedestrian friendly.
And we may have a problem with precipitation this week. I'll give you the heads up on just how much rain to expect this work week.
And a crash and a crime, how 4 suspects, 3 arrests, 2 hospitalizations all fit together.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
Walking for a good cause, how the simple act of putting one foot in front of the other made a difference today. Good evening, I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 11. We begin tonight with a focus on health. According to the American Cancer Society, about 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in their lifetime, and it can be deadly if it's not caught early. With that in mind, today our own meteorologist Paul Williams, a prostate cancer survivor, hosted a walk to draw attention to this scary health problem. CoastTV News reporter Kevin Zappé shows us how the first annual walk is starting a conversation.
A Sunday morning crowd at the Cape Henlopen State Park to raise awareness of dangers of prostate cancer. CoastTV's own Paul Williams is a survivor, and he knows for some guys it's a hard thing to talk about.
It's down, below your belly, above your thighs, below your belly. So it's the prostate area. So a lot of guys don't want to talk about it, But it's a disease that thrives on our embarrassment of talking about it. And that's what we've got to break.
Things kicked off with a DJ. Speakers were on hand to replay their experiences of the effect prostate cancer has on them and their loved ones.
My suggestion, it's not an expensive test. Get it done.
And shirts and gifts handed out to spread awareness. As Dr. David Tam, the president and CEO of BB Healthcare, explains it's a cancer you want to catch early.
It is probably the most important thing, as with any cancer, to catch it early. Certainly in prostate cancer, and the fact of the matter is it is so easy to catch it early because it involves getting a physical exam, that digital rectal examination, but also a prostate-specific antigen or a PSA blood test. And those things can be done so easily.
After all the talking, it was time for the walking, a short 5K loop to get the blood pumping. And after the exercise, opportunities right on site to get a checkup. Something David Sauls, another prostate cancer survivor, says is the best thing you could do.
The 5-year survival rate, if you catch it early, is 100%. If you catch it after 5 years, meaning that if it's outside of the prostate, 34% survival rates.
So while it may be a tricky topic to talk about for some, the numbers are clear. If you take the proper steps and catch this cancer early, you live. Williams and others hopes that by spreading awareness to prostate cancer, that it will help motivate men to check up on their health. I'm Kevin Zappé in Lewis, CoastTV News.
And let's look at some of the stats around prostate cancer. We already told you that 1 in 8 men get it in their lifetimes. 6 out of 10 who are diagnosed have that happened at 65 years or older. It's rarer in men under 40. It does hit the African-American community harder than most. And how about this? From 1993 to 2013, the death rate for prostate cancer was cut in half. Doctors attribute that to the increase in early screening. So again, catching it early is important. Happening now, a whole slew of new legislation is official after Delaware Governor John Carney went on a bit of a signing spree this week. On Tuesday, he signed an amendment to House Bill 455. This covers fertility treatment protections. Thursday, he signed an amendment which sets up a compensation and reintegration service for the wrongfully convicted. Also on Thursday, an amendment legalizing the sale of raw milk products. And if you like an adult beverage, well, how about this one? On Thursday, Governor Carney signed an amendment to Title IV. Now, that allows for the delivery of alcohol to your home, so cheers to you Wine of the Month folks. New tonight, rescue efforts are underway as communities across several states are dealing with the aftermath of Hurricane Helene. In North Carolina, hundreds have been rescued, dozens still missing, about 2.5 million without power at this point, and that's across 5 states. Ivan Rodriguez is in Keaton Beach in Florida, where much of the town has been leveled.
Communities in the southeast are grappling with widespread devastation after Helene made landfall as a Category 4 hurricane on Thursday. Asheville, North Carolina is experiencing the worst of it as entire communities have been trapped by floodwaters.
We've lost communications capabilities. It's very difficult for us to move around the community. Many of the roads are closed. Trees are down. We're clearing those as quick as we can. And a lot of the critical infrastructure that we become used to every day in normal times is now gone, and we have to work around it.
Hundreds of roads remain closed in western North Carolina Sunday. Crews are working to reach people who are trapped with limited supplies.
Our biggest need right now is to take care of the people that live in this community. We need water desperately. We have yet to receive any water.
Millions of people remain without power across several states, including Tennessee, where dozens had to be rescued from floodwaters on a rooftop of a hospital.
I've never seen a hurricane disaster in Tennessee that has looked like this, not in the years that I've been here.
In Florida, where Helene made landfall, communities were wiped out from storm surge and strong winds. Countless residents are displaced. Boil water notices are in place in multiple counties.
We've got a couple things to remedy, but then it's mostly going to be the homes and the businesses and fixing that.
In Keaton Beach, Florida, I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.
We have new information tonight stemming from a story we first brought you on Friday. There was a dangerous accident in Ellendale with some stunning details. According to Delaware State Police, early Friday morning, around 2:35 a.m., a black Honda CR-V was swerving all over the road. A trooper tried to pull the car over. Instead, that car took off, turning into a chase, and eventually crashed into a parked truck. You can see the result of that crash on your screen. 2 men in the vehicle were taken to the hospital for non-life-threatening injuries. Here's where things take another turn. Also on Friday, there was a burglar alarm at Chic at the Beach in Lewis, and the suspects were reportedly in a black Honda CR-V. DSP reports that during an investigation, they found stolen merchandise from the business in that vehicle. 3 arrests have now been made and multiple charges have been filed. 34-year-old Richard Francis, 20-year-old Marcus Galman, and 20-year-old Elon Melson, all arrested. Now a 4th suspect is still missing. Happening right now, the Ocean City Police Department wants concert fans to be on the lookout for scams. Ocean's Calling is finishing up tonight, but next week is Country Calling, which is sold out. And with that in mind, OCPD is warning people to look for last-minute tickets. Do your homework if that's what you're going to do. You can get verified resale tickets for the events. It's probably the way you want to go. You don't want to lose any of your hard-earned cash. Deals that look too good to be true, they probably are too good to be true. OCPD says beware of tickets that are significantly cheaper than $100. And this is going to bring us to our CoastTV poll. We want to know, have you ever been scammed? Yes, no, maybe a little too embarrassed to say, whatever your choice is. And I don't know if I can reveal mine, which may have just revealed mine. You can go vote in this poll at CoastTV.com. If you haven't voted yet, go to CoastTV.com or use our CoastTV mobile app. We will have updated results tomorrow for you. Taking this newscast into the stars, new tonight, the SpaceX capsule that is scheduled to bring home 2 stuck astronauts. Well, it arrived at the International Space Station today. That has got to feel like a relief. The 2 astronauts on board the SpaceX capsule, an American with the U.S. Space Force and a cosmonaut with the Russian Space Agency. They received a warm welcome when they arrived. They came with 2 empty seats in their capsule, which will be used in February to bring home the 2 Boeing Starliner astronauts who have been stuck there since June when their Boeing capsule had thruster problems. Some good news for those who like to get outside and go for a walk, maybe hop on the bike trail. In Milford, the city is working on an improvement plan that would make those things a little easier, a little bit safer. As Coast TV News reporter Emma Aiken shows us, locals are embracing the change.
At 4th Street and Northeast Front Street in Milford, look at what you don't see: bike lanes or walking paths. The city of Milford is hoping to change that with a new streetscape project. Norman Smith has lived in Milford his whole life. He is excited about this change.
It is great for business, it's great for the residents, it adds amenities and makes our town more attractive. There are places where you walk and the sidewalk ends and you have to cross the street to get on another sidewalk and then back and forth, and sometimes there's just not even sidewalks.
The project design is expected to cost $365,000, with the city of Milford paying 20%. Milford Mayor Todd Collada says the money still has to be approved, but he's hopeful.
The idea is, we always want to make our town more walkable, more accessible, more bicycle friendly. And this is the first step in an agreement with the state to start designing this for us.
These new proposals are just part of overall efforts to improve downtown. According to the city, the goal is to be done in 2027. The Milford locals that I spoke with believe the new project would make Milford more safe and more enjoyable. In Milford, I'm Emma Aiken, Coast TV News.
Sad news tonight. Legendary songwriter, singer, and actor Kris Kristofferson has died. A family spokeswoman said he died at his home in Hawaii. He was 88 years old. A few of his well-known songs include Help Me Make It Through the Night and Me and Bobby McGee. His song Sunday Morning Comin' Down was performed by Johnny Cash, and the Country Music Association named the Song of the Year in 1970. He won the Golden Globe's Best Performance by an Actor Award in 1977 for his performance in A Star is Born, in which he portrayed an aging music star opposite an up-and-coming star that was played by Barbra Streisand. Kristofferson is survived by his wife Lisa, 8 children, and 7 grandchildren. Looking at the week ahead here on Coast TV News, coming up Monday night, a new lawsuit being filed against U.S. Wind as the battle of clean energy and clear ocean views continues.
And rain worries waxing as the latest forecast models indicate that it's a good idea if you keep your umbrella close by this week. More on that coming up.
And also breaking ground on an expansion project that will provide more space for more care at the Rosa Health Center. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just 60 seconds.
At the Delmarva Design Center, appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring come together in one showroom. We have specialists in each division, like myself in flooring, to ensure you get the best product to fit your needs and that your selection fits seamlessly with every element of your project.
They worked with me, gave me different options, kept within that budget, completed it on time. Delmarva Design Center was awesome.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
I would never take a tax credit that I wasn't entitled to.
Angela Alsobrooks took tax deductions she did not qualify for.
Alsobrooks improperly took advantage of tax breaks she did not qualify for.
Alsobrooks claimed a homestead tax break for a townhouse she rented.
Alsobrooks is accused of improperly claiming senior citizens tax breaks.
She used multiple methods, which she was not qualified for, to save thousands of dollars.
No, I don't believe I'm above the law.
Maryland's Future is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Today's weather was a bit ironic in the sense that we started off way above the norm at 70 degrees for the morning low, and then we really didn't move anywhere beyond that, about 76 for the high, although 76 is just a skosh above the norm for this time of the year. So ultimately, we just stayed in the 70s all day long. But the exception was actually Salisbury at 82 degrees, and we barely squeaked up to 80 degrees actually in Wallops Island. Generally speaking, it was just kind of muggy and cloudy and drizzly all day long. So what we really had to deal with more is the coastal flood advisory, and we're concerned about that till Monday evening. Now, when we talk about a coastal flood advisory, we're looking for the possibility that we could get a foot of flooding or inundation that could occur. But it's once again iffy and sketchy, but it's a real possibility because we're expecting a concern as it's connected to the high tide, as well as the possibility of rain in the forecast. Now, we also have a coastal flood statement that's active for Worcester. Now, that's going to more than likely expire just as soon as we're done with the newscast. But we still have that concern for some low-lying areas that could get a little bit of flooding in Ocean Pines, as well as towards Newark and down towards Snow Hill. Just to watch out and keep a close eye on that is the general what we're trying to do. We really have more in the way of scattered showers coming out of portions of Virginia that will eventually slide in our general direction, particularly as the low pressure system that's been causing all this will begin to move its way more so towards us. You see, over the next 5 days, we really have that chance of rain really kicking off for us as we go into, like, let's say, Tuesday, scattered showers for Wednesday and Thursday. So for Monday morning, we stay cloudy, but not necessarily with the rain. But by the afternoon, we see a sprinkle or two over towards the western side of the state, Seaford, Delmar area. Then we see widespread scattered showers kick in for Monday night, but it's still just heavy showers, not isolated thunderstorms. Looking at the same pattern for Tuesday morning as we wake up, and then as we go into Tuesday afternoon, we keep a close eye on the possibility of stronger storms. This model made me a little curious, you see, because as we go into, let's say, Tuesday, what you'll notice is we have this spinning that's controlling, or that's becoming more of an isolated pocket of stronger storms, or a low that's deepening, but is bringing with it a good deal of steady showers across the state. So I think that we may have some extended coastal flood advisories and all that connected to the formation of that low pressure system that will begin to meander off of the coast and become a little wider and stronger as it begins to kind of evolve its way out towards the east. And then the winds really pick up momentum at about nearly 30 miles per hour by the time we get to Tuesday afternoon. So Tuesday afternoon is going to be really wet and really rainy. And then we watch out what's happening with the tides. And the tides are going to go up above 8 feet along the entire coast. That in mind, here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodel extended forecast. We stay cloudy on Monday, can't rule out a drizzle or two. But Tuesday is when we're watching out for the heaviest of showers to begin to reach our vicinity. And then we're looking at temperatures slowly rising back up to 80 for Friday and Saturday. Friday and Saturday, believe it or not, Charlie, is going to go back to feeling this strange word we say in the summertime, but not usually in the fall, muggy.
Oh, I can handle that, Paul. Thank you. The Rosa Health Center in Georgetown broke ground this week for their much anticipated expansion and renovation. This comes as the population in our area and the need for medical care continues to grow. CoastTV News reporter Ana Sofia Roman shows us what this expansion means for the people who work there.
More space, providers, and better health care, that's on the table for the Rosa Health Center in Georgetown after raising $2.4 million for their expansion and renovation. Dr. Rama Perry, medical director of the Rosa Health Center, shares what this moment means to her.
It's incredibly exciting. It's like a dream that we didn't even imagine now has become a reality.
The center, which currently takes care for around 2,500 patients, will expand from 2 to 8 exam rooms.
To be able to work more freely, to be able to take care of the patient in a more, in a better way is always beneficial for us in our work that we do.
The expansion also includes a space for group education.
We believe in prevention, we believe in education, and by empowering our patients, we're hoping to increase the quality of health in the patients.
The new building and the renovation of the current structure is expected to be done in the next 18 to 20 months. In Georgetown, Ana Sofia Roman, Coast TV News.
The Rosa Health Center will remain open during the whole construction project. If you didn't know, we have a super fun program on Coast TV every weekday at 4 p.m. It's called Coast Life. It's all about things health, wellness, and lifestyle. Here's a preview about what to expect this week.
Hope you all had a great weekend. Here's what's coming up Monday at 4 on Coast Life. We are getting you excited to check out Fall Fest at Pfeiffer's in Dover. And of course, charcuterie boards are delicious, but what are you going to put that charcuterie on? We have a beautiful way to enjoy your charcuterie.
And it's Monday, which means there's going to be another joke jar for you.
All that and more is happening Monday at 4 on Coast Life.
Still to come on Coast TV News, a region on the brink after a Hezbollah leader was killed in Lebanon. The tensions running hot in the Middle East.
Ride the wave of Delmarva's vibrant coastal vibes with Coast Life. From hidden gems to sun-kissed trends and captivating local tales. Dive deep and immerse yourself in our coastal rhythm. Catch Coast Life weekdays at 4 on Coast TV.
Irresistibly smooth milk chocolate from the Lindt Master Chocolatier. Lindor. Made to melt you. And now, discover a new non-dairy Lindor. Made with oat milk. Made to melt you.
Your child deserves the best. When your child is sick, every moment counts. And the team at Tidal Health Pediatrics understands the urgency of such situations. Whether it's a sudden fever, a troubling cough, or another pediatric ailment, your child will be seen when they need it most. Schedule your child's appointment now at tidalhealth.org/findapediatrician or call 410-912-5785 because your child's health is our top priority. Tidal Health Pediatrics, compassionate care when you need it most.
At the Delmarva Design Center, appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring come together in one showroom. We have specialists in each division, like myself in tile, to ensure that you have the best product to fit your needs, and that your selection fits seamlessly with every element of your remodel.
I was able to look at everything that I was looking for from my new kitchen, including the backsplash and the countertop and the sinks all in one place.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
2 days after a massive Israeli airstrike that killed the leader of the Hezbollah militant group, smoke is still rising from the smoldering wreckage in southern Beirut. NBC's Matt Bradley reports from Beirut.
Well, it's been 2 days since Hassan Nasrallah was killed in an enormous blast in the neighborhood of Dahia, south of Beirut. Just over my right shoulder, we actually saw the aftermath, the column of smoke rising from that scene in the moments after. But that was 2 days ago, and now we're still seeing the fallout from all of this bombing. The IDF said they had launched a precise strike against Dahia. We've also heard from Lebanese officials that there was another strike that killed 17 people in the eastern part of the country, in the Bekaa Valley. That is another Shiite majority area and a stronghold of Hezbollah. So clearly we are still seeing this ongoing, these strikes, even after the Israelis have basically rebuffed Western attempts, well, not just Western, but also diplomats throughout the world trying to get the Israelis and Hezbollah through the government of Lebanon to try to come to some sort of peace deal that would bring some measure of peace. After now, we've already been seeing a huge exodus of people displaced from southern Lebanon and also, again, from the Bekaa Valley. And even people from that neighborhood of Dahia, they simply fled the scene and are now camped out on the streets of Beirut. We heard from the Prime Minister of Lebanon just today. He said that there are about 1 million people who have been displaced as this country now lurches into new and fresh political instability. Matt Bradley, NBC News, Beirut, Lebanon.
Longshore workers at East and Gulf Coast ports, including the ones in Baltimore, could go and strike as early as Tuesday, making it a lot harder to get some products. It could lead to shortages of, get this, chocolate, alcohol, popular fruits like bananas and cherries. An extended strike could also lead to shortages of certain cars. So far, the two sides have not been able to come to an agreement over wages and contract details. In Georgia, a Sunday morning fire at a chemical plant forced evacuations and road closures. It happened around 5 a.m. at the Biolab plant in the town of Conyers, which is about 30 miles east of Atlanta. The Rockdale County Sheriff says water from a malfunctioning sprinkler head came in contact with a chemical that reacts with water and then created that large plume. Coming up in sports, winners and losers and football. We check in on the Commanders' day and the Eagles' dud. Plus the rich getting richer, Mark Zuckerberg in rarefied financial air now, even for the super wealthy. We'll tell you the milestone that he just crossed. That's coming up next on CoastTV News.
If you know a high school student on Delmarva with a passion for agriculture or the culinary arts,
nominate them to become a WBOC Mount Air Farm to Table Scholarship winner.
The people who grow and prepare our food are more important than ever.
We are looking for 10 graduating seniors with a passion for feeding the world like we do at Mount Air Farms.
Nominees must have a 3.5 GPA or better, be an active participant in farming or culinary programs, and spend time giving back to the community.
Go to WBOC.com to nominate today.
A wet crawl space is a lurking hazard, inviting mold, rot, and structural worries. The answer is Brazier's Crawl Space Encapsulation. Our specialist tailors the solution to your exact crawl space. Our expert team cleans and upgrades your crawl space into a pristine, protected environment, and we only use April Air dehumidifiers, reliable and robust, complete with a 5-year warranty. Take the first step to a drier, safer home. Call Brazier's or visit our website. Your peace of mind is just one call away.
At Atlantic General Hospital, we've been busy. Busy expanding healthcare services that are second to none in our region. From cancer care and women's health services to orthopedics, gastroenterology, and more, we provide advanced health technologies delivered by top providers. Expert care every day. It's what you can count on from Atlantic General Hospital.
In Rich Guy news, Mark Zuckerberg just became a member of the ultra-exclusive $200 billion club. Zuckerberg joins Tesla CEO Elon Musk and Amazon's founder Jeff Bezos as the only humans on the planet to be part of that club. The craze around artificial intelligence, that is seen to be a benefit to all three of their bottom lines. One of the biggest hassles of Halloween is just going out and getting your costume. Well, Uber is looking at that as a business idea. They have a new partnership with the biggest Halloween retailer in North America, and now they will deliver costumes to your door, makeup even, and decorations, all from Spirit Halloween. As you might expect, there will be fees associated with Uber Eats delivery. In sporting news, all you sports fans out there probably just got done watching that Bills-Ravens game. We have the two other teams with regional ties here on Delmarva. Let's start with the happy highlights. The Commanders in Arizona to face the Cardinals. All square in the second when Jeremy McNichols gets the call, popping it outside, tiptoeing through the traffic, a balletic combination of balance and power, and yes, scoring. A 27-yard run gives Washington a 14-7 edge. Ahead to the third, 17-7, Jaden Daniels. He's slippery. Scoots 9 yards for the 6. Commanders in control with a 24-7 advantage. It's okay. You can dance, young man. Nothing wrong with that. And the young rookie QB with a decent day, 233 yards through the air, a touchdown and a pick, another 47 yards on the ground and a TD there. Washington, your winner, 42-14. If we started with the happy highlights, then that means this is not that, at least not for Philly fans. The Eagles and Bucks, and right away Tampa Bay looking to score. Baker Mayfield, little toss to the corner. Mike Evans with the grab. 7-0 game into the third. The silver lining on a dark cloud here. After a Bucks touchdown, the extra point, it's blocked. Ringo with the ball. He's going to play a little game of get gone. Feels like that should be worth more than 2. It is not worth more than 2. And those are the last points Philly would score. Rough day for the Birds. They end up falling in this one 33-16 to Tampa. And in sporting news, on Tuesday, October 1st at 8 p.m., Delmarva Sports Network will air Faith, Family, and Field Hockey, the legacy of Susan Pusey. Coach Pusey was a force in Pocomoke, winning 16 titles in field hockey over 28 years as head coach.
Where we are looking for pockets of precipitation popping up all over Delmarva. We take a look at the Bay forecast. We're looking for the cloudy skies staying persistent with a chance of some sprinkles on Monday. Scattered showers likely for us on Tuesday with some gusty winds, and then we'll clear out in time for Wednesday as far as the rain is concerned. But in Crisfield, look for it to stay cloudy on Monday and to repeat what we expected in Cambridge with scattered showers on Tuesday.
Pocomoke experienced one of the greatest voids in our history.
She was an inspiration to everyone that she knew.
Everything she did, she gave 110%.
Aunt Susie always taught us to love the game and know what our role is.
Faith, Family, and Field Hockey, the legacy of Coach Susan Pusey. Sponsored by Furnitureland. Tuesday, October 1st at 8.
I'm really going to miss you, but I always want you to do your best.
I would never take a tax credit that I wasn't entitled to.
Angela Also Brooks took tax deductions she did not qualify for.
Also Brooks improperly took advantage of tax breaks she did not qualify for.
Also Brooks claimed a homestead tax break for a townhouse she rented.
Also Brooks is accused of improperly claiming senior citizens tax breaks.
She used multiple methods which she was not qualified for to save thousands of dollars.
I don't believe I'm above the law.
Maryland's Future is responsible for the content of this advertising.
At the Delmarva Design Center, appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring come together in one showroom. We have specialists in each division like myself in cabinetry to ensure that you have the best product to fit your needs. And your selection fits seamlessly with every element of your project.
It was very important to find somebody that was knowledgeable in the whole picture, the cabinetry, the appliances, and the countertop. We are delighted with the outcome.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
This is fun. The DENREC Division of Fish and Wildlife posted this today. Did you know it's National Goose Day? Well, you do now, and according to the Post, legend says if you eat goose on September 29th, you never want for money all year round. I'm not so sure about that, but I also haven't tried it. I guess celebrate the geese anyway.
So if it spins like a geese and it walks like a geese, I guess it's a geese or a goose. Okay. Spicer Brothers, we have cloudy skies. We have moisture that's continuing to thicken for us, but we are primarily concerned about the coastal flood statement, watching out for the possibility of flooding throughout a good portion of Worcester. Now, that's going to be a concern for us until midnight tonight, not for too much longer, but we still have that chance of inundation happening in areas like West Ocean City, Cape Isle of Wight, as well as Ocean City itself. Now, we also have in the midst of this a coastal flood advisory. Now, this is extended a little bit longer for Dorchester, Somerset, and Wacomico, for Copeland, Quantico, Eden, Salisbury, Pittsfield, and all the way up towards Wango. And we're still watching out for a possibility of maybe a foot of inundation or flooding to occur in some low-lying areas. Our 5-day index forecast, we're just going to stay at 3 for Monday and Tuesday, very cloudy. We'll see increasing sunshine by the end of the week with Thursday and Friday. And so we're about to wind down with our index forecast, but I wanted to go ahead and give you some more information. Look for scattered showers in Chincoteague and Assateague on Tuesday, staying cloudy for us on Monday. Same holds true for us in Ocean City, looking for a high of 71 degrees on Tuesday. 71 also the expected high of Fenwick Island, mostly cloudy skies and scattered showers. And we could see some heavy showers and possibility of a thunderstorm between 3 and 6 o'clock in the afternoon, early evening hours. Lewis, we're going to see more in the way of sunshine for Tuesday and Wednesday. And if we have a chance of rain, because that little touch of sunshine that could add a little energy, thermodynamic energy to the atmosphere, we have a better chance of thunderstorms in Lewis and Rehoboth Beach if this cloud cover profile stays true to form. Be sure you keep up with your forecast by calling our weather line at 443-880-9100. Your forecast is just a call away, sponsored by the law offices of Beard, Mandalas, Brockstead, and Federico. And finally, here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling exclusive 10-day forecast. We jump from 72 to 70 Tuesday, rain, and then we dry out for the rest of the week, Charlie.
I like that rest of the week, Paul. Thank you. And thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News after Sunday Night Football. For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app. We'll see you in just a few hours for Coast TV News today starting at 5 a.m. Have a great night.